Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, we're going to do a little craft with me. We're going to be putting together the new die set from Happy Crafter Shop. You can use code Poochie10 to save 10% off your entire purchase. And this is her Dangle Display Card 2025. Now this die set is sold out currently at the moment, guys, but it will be restocked. So make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and that you check out, and also make sure that you sign up to get notified for notifications, because I will be posting when it is back on the site and available for you to grab. Okay, so if you missed out on it, don't worry, it will be back soon. Just make sure that you are looking out for the post of when I do post when it comes in, because you never know, it might sell out again. Okay, so this die set comes with these three main pieces here. You have this one here with a tab, you have a layering piece, and then you have another layering piece that is stitched. You also get a sentiment dangle me and then the shadow piece to go with it. And then you get these little hole die here. Now, Lisa did say that this is so that you can do this if you choose to instead. This is how she usually packages her ready-to-be dangles. So you would just simply, you know, put some tape on your die cut. I already cut one out. So honestly, you would clip this off, I would think. And then, I don't know, if you're going to use the 3 layers, I did do it on one of mine. I'm going to show you guys. And it is kind of hard to cut through the 3 layers because I have 110-pound cardstock and glitter cardstock. So you might want to pay attention to the type of weight of cardstock that you're using. But I will just snip this off. And if you want to use this instead, you can do that. But I honestly think that you can also, if you are dangling something, and let me show you, for instance, you see how it kind of like moves around on the card? So what you could do also is use this to position it anywhere. Say, for instance, you want to hold it down, you don't want this to move. You can always punch another hole, cut out another hole here with your die set. And then you can take like a twist tie or some string, and you can tie it or twist it on the back so that it is more, you know, it can hold more and it won't be wobbling all around. So that's another thing that you can use this set for. Okay. So there goes that. And I wanted to go ahead and put one together with you guys. But before we do that, let me share with you the dangles I've been making, because I have been making some. These are her ready-to-be dangles, guys. They always sell out super quick. This is the one that she sent me. It's a purple one. It says, it's like a purple themed cow. And it says, "I'm not a hot mess, I'm a spicy disaster." So I decided to keep that purple color scheme and create, you know, my dangle around that. These are all the beads from her shop, you guys. Make sure that you guys check out my unboxing video if you missed it, so you can see all these in action and what they're called and all that stuff. But look at how beautiful, so gorgeous. And I use my bead caps and my little daisy spacers, and I love the way that it came out. I like the little pops of the pinkish, the pink as well. And I think I'm gonna give this to my mom because she's a purple lover. So that is the ready-to-be dangle. You can get these at her shop. I think they're like $2 a piece, guys, and they sell out super quick. So if you see any on the site, go ahead and snatch them while you can, because they will be sold out if they're not already. Okay. And then I went ahead and I created, this one was one of my favorite ones that she sent me. So you see how this, like, it wobbles? I put a piece of foam tape in there so that this doesn't move. So again, you can use that whole die that comes with it and put it like around midpoint, and then tie, you know, some string or whatever so that it can stay still. I think that that's a fantastic way to use that die set. And so, yeah, I used rainbow colors of all those jelly beans, and then her cracked ones that she sent. And then what else do I have on here? I have just, did I only put one white? I gotta put another white on here. But these are from her previous releases. And then this is some glass beads from my stash. And this is her ready-to-be dangle. So as you can see, I did cut into mine with that die set, the 2 little holes, because this one was pretty long, and I was just gonna use a 2, but it was gonna hang over. So I decided to go ahead and do it on the top. I could have even went a little higher, and then I covered that up with a bow. So you have that option as well. Look at how pretty, guys. Okay, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put one together. So when you die cut this, you're gonna have these pieces, okay? You got the stitch background with this piece here. And Lisa did mention in her video that if you're using directional paper, like if it's one-sided, whatever you want this tab to be, then you would cut it backwards. Now let me explain to you what I mean. Let's say that I wanted this tab to be glitter, then I will go ahead and cut backwards, upside down, and then the glitter would be on the back, and then this tab would fold over and be glitter, okay? So I hope that makes sense. But here goes our 3 layers. Let's go ahead and glue them together. So I did the back one in pink because I didn't want to have to worry about the direction of the paper or whatnot. So I just did double-sided paper, you know? So let's go ahead and layer this. Try to line it up as best you can. Does anybody else struggle with lining things up? That's why I love using wet glue. All right, that's as good as it's gonna get. Okay. And then let's go ahead and take our 3rd layering piece. And I'm using some paper from my Valentine's Day digital collection. If you guys have that collection, bust it out because it's gonna go perfect with anything. I mainly designed it to be like sweets and hearts and bows so that you can use it anytime. So don't forget about that paper if you purchased it. Okay. Here we go. And then this piece, you're gonna take your little you guys know I have that tool. I'll link it down below. It's the bow maker tool, but you can, if you don't have that, you can use a pencil or anything with a rounded edge, just the way you do your bows, and you're gonna go ahead and manipulate that paper. I'm trying to see where my pencil is. Just had it. Here it goes. So you can take a paintbrush or anything, and you just want to manipulate your paper and round it like so. You want to get a curve, and then you're gonna simply glue it like this. Okay, that's how Lisa did hers, so I'm gonna do mine like that too. So take some glue. Now if you're doing a keychain and you want to do a key ring, like, let me show you. What did I do with it? Oh my goodness, I gotta get more organized, guys. Here it goes. Okay. So let's say you have a keychain and you can just go ahead and take this and then glue it. Okay? So that you can get that on there. But then I don't know how you would take it off. But, you know, most of them, they have the lobster clasps. That's how I do mine. And that's how I'm gonna show you guys. So take like your bone folder or something and really get it adhered. I'm just pressing down on where I put all that glue. Okay. Let me do it right here on the mat. Here we go. Probably want to use one that's a little smaller tip, not so wide as the one I'm using. Okay. So you want that, you know, and then you want that hole there. And then you're able to take a keychain. See, so most of the keychains, they're gonna have, you know, this little lobster clasp there. So you can take it on and put it off or whatever. So you're just gonna go ahead and loop that in the hole. Just like so, guys. And the same thing for your ready-to-be dangles. You just go ahead and clip it on there like that. And I did tie a bow to put on here. But like everything else, I can't find it. And I just had it. All right, let me see if I see it. But you can always leave it just like that, guys. And then don't forget that it comes with that sentiment as well. Lisa did a really cute project and she put Dangle Me right here on hers. You can always take your cabochons and, you know, glue that there. You can decorate this up more like I did by putting the bow. I think it came out really pretty. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to share with you all how to put this together. I was kind of like, how do I put this together? I was just trying different ways to see how to do it. And I had to watch Lisa's video to make sure that I was doing it right. And so this is how she put it together, by folding this over and just clipping it on. So you have the option too to just not even use that. If you have a shorter dangle, you can just use these 2 pieces. Or you can just clip this off, because that's what I did with this. I used that 3rd layer, but I just clipped off the top and made my own holes. So you can also do that if you have a shorter one or whatnot. But that's it for this video. I hope that this was helpful for you guys. Make sure you guys check out happycraftershop.com. I'll have the link listed down below along with her YouTube channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to her channel. Check her out on Instagram as well. And I'll also link my unboxing video so you guys can check out all these beads in detail. They're gorgeous, you guys. Where's my purple one? Here it goes. So yeah, I really think that you should use that double hole one to put like in the middle, guys. And you can have these nice and sturdy and packaged really pretty. You can tie something in the back. And I think it's going to look really cute. All right. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about my projects. And I'll be back more with some more stuff from Happy Crafter Shop. Bye, guys.